Flying Chariots, The Rise. My name is Chrissy Du Bois. I am so honored to be the new co-host for Dustin's podcast. And I'm here with Lisa Franks, who is a paranormal investigator. And you also do tarot, right?
I do. I'm just kind of stepping into it. So I'm not I've done a few readings just to try it out, but it is something I'm very intrigued in and I find that I really, really enjoy. So yes, we're starting on that.
Are you very intuitive? Because I find that a lot of intuitive people are drawn to tarot.
Yes. I have been I don't by any means call myself a psychic or a medium at all, but I'm very intuitive. I am very much a sensitive. It started at a very, very early age. I was 11 at the time, and I'm old as hell now, so it's been a long time since I've been, seeing and communicating with the dead. And it's led me through a whirlwind of experiences and different locations and different like I said, different experiences, but it has led me. I met a friend and she does tarot and she kind of introduced me to it, and I feel that it's one of those things that the person that you're giving the reading to, they can interpret in their own way as well. So it's very opening your own mind and interpreting things in a way that works for you. And I think that's a very powerful thing. So, so yeah, I'm
It
finding
is.
it really so.
I find that when I receive a tarot reading, it's almost like a therapy session, or sometimes better than therapy.
Yes, like I'm saying, you get to reach inside of yourself. It's not somebody telling you, oh, this, your deceased mom told you this, or,
Right.
what I see for your future. It's you taking a look into yourself. And I think that it's a beautiful thing. And I feel that that is a beautiful gift to be able to give someone, is to do that for them. So they can see the points and aspects in their life and maybe a different point of view and in a way that they can help themselves.
It is. It's actually quite healing to receive a really good tarot
Yes.
reading. I don't know if Dustin, was she gonna do a tarot reading for you tonight?
I was going to
Was that
ask her maybe
what
if she would like to do one for both of
Oh, I
us or
don't need.
something.
Oh my gosh! And I
Is that putting you on the
this,
spot?
it does because I don't have my
Okay.
cards with me.
Oh, okay, okay. No, that's
And
okay.
now, baby, I'm so sorry.
No, 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 it's
Had
okay.
I known, I would have brought them home, but they are at the location that I work at in
No, that's
Victoria,
totally
where I'm doing
cool.
a
Okay.
couple of my. I am so sorry, but you know what?
Oh, I'll have you
We
back to
will have to
do
do this
something.
again because
Oh, we'll definitely will.
I have
Yeah.
my own podcast, so I would love to have you guys on,
Oh,
and
that'd be
I'll give you
great to
both
have a
a reading.
duo.
So
Oh,
that
well,
would
come
be
on.
so
Let's do
cool.
that.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, and I'd
We're
love
very
to chat to.
spicy, just to forewarn
I
you.
see. I know, right? Well, then we are
Okay.
all going to get along very well. So
All right.
very well. So, question, real quick: where are you guys from?
Well, I'm from Madison, Wisconsin, born and
Okay.
raised.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah, I love it
nice,
here.
very
I'm
cool.
from that. I'm from upstate New York.
You too. Oh, wow. Okay, so y'all are like way up north. So
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like you're from down south.
we
You're in
are from
Texas,
down
right? Are
south.
you in Texas?
We are from South Texas. Yes,
Oh,
I
Oh,
okay.
am.
cool.
So I like the Houston area, but kind of
Hmm.
like a little suburb of Houston. So yes, born country, raised country. Yeet yeet. Here we go. So yeah,
Well, Texas has a lot of UFO sightings and other crazy stuff down there.
we
Besides the
do.
ghosts and stuff and all that.
We do. And I can honestly say that I don't believe I have ever physically seen a UFO, but
Hmm.
I have absolutely had some experiences that were alien related. I mean,
Oh,
and
Ooh.
what's kind of one of those things is that, a lot of people think the paranormal, it's, just ghosts and EVPs and tapping, stuff like that. But I mean, it's like this whole world of interdimensional things and
yes.
and aliens and UFOs and the Bigfoot and the ocean things that we don't think about, like I said, as when you first start in the paranormal. And then the more you're into it, you get to experience these scary as fuck things. I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
Yeah.
like scary as shit, but kind of like, wow, I was like, I got to experience that. And it really opens your mind to things.
You're right.
So
Well, that's how I think all of us got into the field. We actually saw something with our own two fucking eyes,
yeah.
and then that like took us to a different level of thinking. And yeah, it
Yes.
really kind of changed my life to like, I was doing my own independent research here in Wisconsin, finding out that Wisconsin's a treasure trove for modern day UFO sightings and ancient astronauts. We have pyramids here, underwater pyramids at the lakes here. Like, what the fuck is going on? And we don't learn this shit in
Nice.
high school.
Yeah.
So you got to question a lot of things. So yeah, I went down this rabbit hole of finding out that yeah, Wisconsin's just a hot spot, and I've been just there's 3 towns that claim to be the UFO capital of the world: Dundee, Belleville, and Elmwood. Have yearly UFO parades and stuff like that. It's just awesome, fucking
That's
awesome.
really
There's something
cool.
in our skies here over Wisconsin, and I think maybe Lake Michigan has something to do with it too. With they have like the Michigan Triangle they talk about, where the
Yeah.
mission missing ships and planes and people who go swimming and just disappear.
Oh yeah. Well, water in itself is such an element and draws so much, even paranormal. And like I said, paranormal, you're grasping, more than just the ghost things, but so yeah, we're ignorant to think that we're the only ones here and that there's nothing else anywhere else
Right.
because
Exactly. I
there
think I think
very much
people
is.
who are into like UFO stuff get such a bad rep when in fact, I think you're an idiot for believing that there are no aliens out there. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. That is so
Just how
true.
vast the universe is? Come on.
Yep, that is so true. And the oceans, I mean, the water,
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
oceans. We were talking about that yesterday too. Like
We
we
were
don't know
just
what the
talking
fuck is
about
going.
that.
Yeah, we don't know. We have no idea
it's
what's
like,
What's
going on
going
at the
on with
bottom of
these
the ocean.
I
oceans
know,
and
right?
Got
See, and
mermaids down there.
I have a lot of respect for the ocean. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm not messing with any of that. Like,
Oh no,
that's
this
their
thing.
home. I'm good. They're not coming. Little
It's
sharks
true.
aren't running out here to
And there's
fuck
so
with
many
us.
things
And
in there that
so,
can mutilate you. It's like fuck that.
exactly,
A big ass
exactly.
fish
That's what
bit
I'm
my fucking
saying.
leg off.
Like, and here in Galveston, you can't see shit in the water because it's so damn dirty. So you don't know what the hell you're getting
oh,
Wow,
into.
that
It's
ocean
like,
water
oh
is really
no, no,
dirty.
no. So
Is the
we
ocean
have
water
no
dirty?
business in the ocean.
yeah,
Hmm.
our Galveston water, it's pretty dirty. I mean, when
Wow.
you take it out of the water in your hands, it's clean, but like
Hmm.
the sand is very dirty, so the water looks brown. So
Wow. Hmm.
it's not pretty. I mean, I love the beach and I love it anyway, but it's not like going to Florida, like it's
Yeah.
Is
totally
Florida
different.
destroyed yet, or what the hell's going on there?
Oh
It's a
my
fucking
God.
hurricane every fucking week.
Those poor
Seems like.
people. I know. In
I
the North
know.
Carolina, that was just like
Yeah, it's
unbelievable.
insane.
Unbelievable. So,
Hey, you're lucky that shit missed you too.
yes, we are because normally we get a lot of hurricanes here. So
Yeah,
we had Harvey a couple of years ago, and that was devastating here.
that was. Yeah, I remember that.
A lot of respect for the water. Like,
Was your home touched by that or no?
you know, I gotta say, somebody
Yeah.
was looking down on us because I mean, we live in a tiny neighborhood. I mean, there's like 40 some odd houses in our little neighborhood. And I think it was us and maybe 3 other houses that didn't get any water in them. And
Wow.
we were literally like half an inch away from water coming into our house. And they opened one of the levees and then the water just went down. So we were absolutely blessed, but everybody else in our area, I mean, had 4 feet of water in their houses. So it was devastating, very
Yeah,
devastating. So
that's horrible. Yeah,
it
I
is.
can't. I can imagine like losing everything that I gained throughout the years of collecting. 'Cause I'm a collector, and
Yes.
I would be just.
Oh, those pictures you have, imagine
Yeah, I
losing
would say
them.
like people would probably kill me.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like you didn't have that in a vault. Choke me out and shit.
All right.
No, it's yeah, I have like all these important photographs. I have I collect antique Kachina dolls from the Hopi Indians. I
Nice.
have some from the 1940s and 30s, like some
Oh my
Very
God,
cool.
stuff
I
that
so
should be in a
want
museum, I
that.
think.
I
Right.
feel like a stalker. I know so much about you already, Dustin.
Well, you
Well,
can stalk me
you're
anytime.
supposed to stalk your co-host. That's how it's supposed to
True.
be.
Yeah, you gotta learn
No
more
shit,
about me.
right?
I like to dress half naked on my shows.
No, I'm joking. I'm not wearing any pants, folks. No,
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I'm
right
not
now.
wearing any pants.
We were
I
just
am. I swear,
discussing.
I got pants on.
We were just discussing that everyone has to be half naked on this show.
Yeah, that's the new rule.
Hey, it
The
is
new rule.
right. You first. No, just be like
Yeah. We'll play strip poker about that.
right. Strip tarot cards. No,
Yeah,
I
strip
don't
tarot
know.
card. What's up with that?
So, Lisa,
Yes.
I think we all can agree that we've had experiences in our lives that just we never stopped seeking the truth. After that experience, we were just like, I need to find out what's going on. And you just forever seek the truth. I want to know what your earliest experiences were that just set you off.
All right. Here we go. Taking off the glasses for
Yeah,
this
take
one.
those glasses
I know,
off.
right? Take the
Let's get
glasses off for
serious.
this one. I know, right? Well, I keep getting the reflection from the window because it's so dark over here. I'm sorry. Um, so I come from an intuitive family. My dad's mom's side, there are a few of us that we are incredibly intuitive, incredibly sensitive. So a lot of people talk about, they had a near death experience and that's what opened their eyes to, seeing things, hearing things. When I was 11 years old, I was diagnosed with diabetes. I was very, very sick. We didn't know. I mean, I think I weighed like 40 something, 42 pounds when I was 11, drinking a lot of water. My mom took me to the doctor and they literally rushed me right over to the hospital
Mm.
because I was in ketoacidosis and my organs were going to be shutting down. So I was very sick. Um, During my stay in the hospital, which was about 2 weeks long, um, I would see this lady at the end of the hallway. And she was in a wheelchair and she was always sitting by the window, kind of like looking out. And occasionally she would turn and look, and I was down the hallway and she would smile. And I'd kind of smile back. Never thought anything of it. I'm a kid, it's an old lady, whatever. Um, so a couple days went by and I didn't see her. So when my nurse came in to, give me my insulin shot, um, I'd asked her, I was like, there's that old lady down the end of the hallway, and she's always like, would always smile, and her face went white, and she was like, kind of asking questions about what this lady looked like, and I'm telling her, and she's like, she kind of hesitated, and then she was like, she was here about a month ago and she passed away like a month ago. So,
Mm.
that was kind of like my first, oh wow, but honestly at the time there was so much going on, I really didn't think much of it. I mean, I did, I don't want to say I didn't, but I mean I did, but I wasn't like, I was just kind of like, oh wow, shit. um so I was eventually released from the hospital, and I was home not very long, and I started seeing this man at the end of my bed. Now, this man I can see, even though I'm looking at you over a Zoom screen,
Mhm.
if you're looking at, your best friend in your bedroom, like that's how I would see this person. Okay. Like I saw this person.
Wow.
He was standing at the end of my bed. He was an older gentleman, I would say late 60s, early 70s, flannel shirt, blue jeans, ball cap, scruffy beard, like he hadn't shaved in maybe like a couple weeks. Um, piercing blue eyes, like the most intense baby blue piercing eyes ever. And he was holding an axe. He would stand at the end of my bed every single night. I'm talking from when I was 11 until I moved out of that house when I was 19. I am seeing this man like I am seeing an actual person. This wasn't an apparition. This was nothing I could see through. This was a fucking human being standing
Oh
at the.
my fucking God.
Now, I mean, obviously I was terrified and
Oh yeah.
I would sleep. Well, yeah, I know, right? I would sleep and I would never talk to him and he would never talk to me. I would see him. I'd pull the covers over my head because he scared me. So, um, I had a baseball bat. So I eventually started sleeping with my baseball bat. And I remember I know, right? My mom was like, Lisa, why are you sleeping with a baseball bat? And I told her. And and then we, told my dad as well. My dad, like I said, he's also a sensitive and intuitive. He does not like it. Um, but he grew up in a very active home. An active meaning haunted. I don't like the word haunted because I think it sounds bad, but like he grew up in a very active home where there was a lady killed in the house. There was a lot of activity with this lady. Um, so when I told my parents about this man that I was seeing, um, I wasn't, they didn't look at me as like, oh my God, there's something wrong with my fucking kid. We did have a priest come into our house. I'm Catholic, very Catholic, grew up very Catholic. So we had the priest come to the house, bless the house, all that stuff. It didn't do anything. The man was at the end of my bed every single night. So this literally went on until I was 19 and I moved out of my parents' house. I saw this man every single night. Never saw
That's
him. Yeah, never saw him again. I don't know if I lost my ability for a while after I moved out of that house because I never saw him again. But like I wonder sometimes when I'm at the grocery store or I'm just walking around, when I see people, it's like, are they really here? Like,
hmm,
because I don't know. I have new abilities that I didn't have before, but I can remember that so vividly to this
sure.
day. Um,
And
it's just,
was this apparition or this guy, does he move or is he just straight up sitting there
no,
still
he stood
every
up. He was holding this axe and just standing,
just standing?
staring at me with these piercing blue eyes. I eventually, later on, oh gosh, this was probably 9 years ago. I met a psychic, and this man is, I'm going to name drop right here. Okay, sorry. His name is Fernando Moran, and he is the most amazing psychic medium I have ever met in my life. I mean, this man knew things that like nobody in God's green earth could know.
Oh
He's very
damn.
detailed with things. I had a reading with him one day. He brought up this man. He brought up the man with the piercing eyes and the flannel shirt and the axe. And he told me, he goes, he needs help moving on. He goes, he was back in the day, where my old house was, there was like it was a big forest, and he was a lumberjack back in the day, and he actually just
Oh,
died of a heart attack in the middle of the forest. He didn't
oh,
realize he was dead. So
okay.
he's in his mind, he's in the forest chopping wood, and all of a sudden he stumbles upon me, and I frightened him. So, but he needed help moving on. So I had to mentally take myself back there and move him on,
Oh,
which I think I was able to do. I mean, I haven't been back to that house, so I don't know.
sure.
But it was just crazy that he knew about that, and he was like, "You have to move him on because he still thinks he's there in that forest cutting down trees, like he was a
Hmm,
lumberjack." And I
right.
was like, "Holy shit!" Like it all made total sense. So,
Wow.
but yeah,
You ever heard of stone tape theory?
I have not. Educate
It's
me. What is
well,
it?
I just learned this recently in the paranormal world, and I find it very intriguing and very what you kind of described, especially when like if this lumberjack guy is just sitting there still, he's not moving
Yeah,
around your room with this axe,
mm,
he's just
not at all.
staring at you with this thing. No, stone tape theory is when, like, say a person dies in that room or area where, like you said, he just died in the middle of the woods and they're kind of stuck in this area. But like stone tape theory is like this, the spirit goes through the wall, but it sticks like a painting or like a
Like an imprint.
imprint.
A
That's why it's
record,
called
Yeah.
tape,
basically.
like a tape,
Yeah,
Yes.
like
I've
a
heard of
tape.
that.
So yeah, so it kind of records something there. So it's like every time you go to bed, that's when
Mhm.
you see them. It's not like it's like a triggery. If like you go into this room, you trigger something that activates the spirit or something that's left behind just the last few minutes of its life or something like that. So when you were describing them, him just every time you're going to sleep on a certain time, maybe that's a trigger to have it, appear pretty
Right.
real to your ass, like saying, I
Yeah.
need some motherfucking help out of this motherfucker.
Right. I know, right? He's got
I'm
an
fucking
ass and I got
lost.
a fucking bat. Like, what am I gonna do with a bat? Like 50 fucking pounds, okay? Like, whatever,
Holy shit. Yeah.
So,
So
so
that's
yeah,
interesting.
that was my first experiences into, the paranormal, I guess. And then little later on, I guess this was about 10, 11 years ago. My daughter had a friend in high school, and her dad was a part of a paranormal team. And he was like, your daughter's told me about you and your experiences, and we'd love to have you on the team. So I joined this paranormal team for a while. It was interesting. We went to several haunted locations. I really enjoyed doing residential investigations. Helping families out, getting answers was really moving for me. Um, I think that's more of my passion. I love haunted locations, don't get me wrong, and I love history, but being able to help people like that did a lot for me. So, like I said, more like therapy for myself,
Yeah.
being able to help people in that way. So, I did that for a while. Um, I when I was with that team, we investigated a location in Hallettsville, Texas, called the Haunted Old Lavaca County Jail.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. So went there. I met the caretaker of the jail, and she and I clicked right away. She's like, "Leave these losers, come be my." Co-property manager. She really did say that. So, but again, I did not name the team though. I might do that later. But anyway, I did not. I'm such a bitch. No,
No, that's cool. Please do. I mean, you got your swag.
no, it's okay. I have nothing but respect for people and their differences. It's totally fine.
I get you.
It makes the world go round,
It
so
does.
it's okay. I know, right? It's like that's a nice way of putting out. Fuck all y'all, man. No, but yeah, I started working there with her as the co-property manager of the Hauntsville Lavaca County Jail. Worked there for 8 years. Had my most moving experiences there, but I
Mm,
think, it was like my paranormal playground. I'm working there, I was there all the time. So I was able to experience things that, opened my mind to aliens, um, opened my mind to just interdimensional things in general. Like a couple times, we were on the property, gave the tour or whatever, and we would leave, and the people that were investigating the jail would send us photos of us being on the property right then. It's like, but we weren't there. It's very weird.
that's
Or
Some
weird.
having
sort of time warp, maybe?
I'm sorry.
That's interesting. A time warp of some sort?
Yes. Well, see that jail is very interdimensional. The whole
Yeah.
property is very
Mm.
interdimensional. We had, I think one of my most moving experiences was time loss. And it was only like 3 minutes, but when you got on recorder shit happening around you that didn't happen because you were right there, it was weird. That was something I don't want to experience again. Time loss is quite fucked up, um
Right.
but yeah, we would show up in people's photos when we weren't there. I had a conversation with her name's Deborah. I had a conversation with her like in the back kitchen. And then I walk out and she's sitting in the garage. And I'm like, how the hell did you get out here so fast? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, dude, we were just had like a 10-minute conversation in the back kitchen. She's like, no, we didn't. I've been sitting here the whole time. So that's just weird shit, you know.
So weird. That's
It's
that actually, now that you mentioned that, I grew up in a very active house myself, and my mother mentioned something very similar. She said one time she saw she was walking the dog, she saw my father in the kitchen, and then she went in to go talk to him, and he was dead asleep upstairs. And she woke him up, and she was like, "Were you in the kitchen?" And he said, "No." Like, that's interesting that you mentioned that. It
it's
just
yeah,
took me back.
it's like it's very strange when it happens, but
Yeah.
but like I said, the time loss for me was just really weird because I'm like, okay, did aliens just come and take us away for these 3 minutes?
Right.
Or I mean, it's just the time lapse thing. Um, I wouldn't call it residual because it was caught on two different recorders in two different areas. It's just a bunch of weird shit. I mean,
Hmm.
like I said, that have just opened my mind to, paranormal investigating is not just, knock 3 times for yes, or, or
Yeah.
hearing and not, stuff like that. It's very, you got to open your mind, like in every way possible. And a lot of people don't. So I think that's can kind of be the cock block for people when they're like, well, nothing happens to me. And I'm like, well, you're either trying too hard,
Right.
or you're just not open to certain things. Like you've
Exactly.
watching
You gotta
too many TV shows, and it's not how
exactly.
that fucking works. Okay.
No,
You're
no,
not going to get possessed in every location you go, Zach
no,
Bagans.
no.
Just not going to, sorry.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. Now, I do have to say, working at the jail, we shot music videos there,
Oh, cool.
documentaries there,
Oh,
several films were shot there. And we did have the honor of having Nick Groff, and
Oh,
his
cool.
um, uh, Death Walker. I'm sorry, it was a brain fart, and his show
mhm.
Death Walker. So we had him there for it's like 2 nights, 3 days investigating, and that show was released and is out. And if you want the real deal when it comes to anything you will see, he's the real deal. Like
Oh, that's awesome.
there is no bullshit. All these
Mhm.
other shows, I'm telling you, besides, I love YouTube stuff. Like I really love YouTube stuff. Like the people that are out there doing the um,
Yes.
dark side paranormal is huge, great people. Ghost Seekers Texas. I mean, they're like real deal stuff and putting out TV quality shit. I mean, it's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, the Nick Groff thing was awesome. So if anybody gets a chance to watch it, it's the Death Walker Haunted Old Lavaca County Jail
Oh, cool.
episode, and it was amazing. He's like I say, he's the real deal, and that was like the coolest 2 days of my life. I mean, he got there, he's like, "Come investigate with us,"
Oh,
and
that's
we're
so
like,
cool.
what? Are you
Jaw dropped.
serious? I
Starstruck.
did. Well, because that's like people win that for a contest. And he's like, no, come upstairs. And he got me
Mm,
in one of the upstairs cells. The upstairs cells were built in 1874. And I've
oh,
had some really bad experiences on the women's side. And so I
mm.
would not go back up there. And he's like, well, would you go in there with me and investigate? And I'm, well, fuck yeah, I'll go in there with you and investigate.
Mhm.
Naked investigating? What?
Someone's getting naked. Where's the
No,
shower room at? Who's
it's
dropping
them
the soap?
X-rated bloopers.
Yeah, I'll drop this over here. Jesus,
but,
this is awesome.
but it was a lot. I know, right? but yeah, that was really cool. So just having like a real deal stuff and being able to see and experience that has been really really cool. And the jail's a really cool place. I worked there for 8 years, but my time was up, and I've been paroled.
Been
I guess
paroled,
I'll say I've
yeah.
been paroled. And
Nice.
I'm now I am working at the Sixth Realm House in Victoria, Texas.
Wanted to ask you about that. I saw there are like haunted dolls moving around, and
Girl,
there's a lot of movement there. I would love to know about that place.
girl, it is amazing. It's the AT Singley house. It was built in 1869, 1868. I'm dyslexic with numbers, but it's around that time. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry. I know. And it was moved from one location to the other, to another location in Victoria. There have been 7 confirmed deaths in the house. It's a beautiful location. My best friend Crystal and her husband bought it, and they are the owners. They have painstakingly done the floors, the walls. I mean, this place is very nice. Not only does it have the history behind it, because there's just amazing history behind it, but they have filled it with the coolest fucking haunted items. I mean, like handwritten letters from serial killers.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
This
love the serial
whole
killer stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. And it's like this whole wall in this oddities room. They have a human torso that's like 124 years old. They have real
It's like
bones.
mummified, like mummified.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
badass. Yeah. I'll take pictures.
That's
I'll
pretty
take pictures.
macabre.
No,
Right.
it's fucking
That
cool as
sounds like
shit.
Jeffrey Dahmer be hanging out
It
there.
is
He's like,
crazy
oh,
stuff.
his torso. Let me
I know.
ejaculate on it.
It's like this lady's torso. We call her Sally. But no, I'll have to take pictures tomorrow because I'll be there tomorrow and show you. They've got uh some flooring, some floor from some serial killers' homes. They have a bunch of Ouija boards. They have probably like
So cool.
500 haunted dolls in there. They have water. I guess in the Conjuring house, there's a well underneath there, and they've got water from the well.
Wow.
Conjuring house, dirt from the Lizzie Borden house. I mean, it's packed full of just crazy shit. So the energy when you walk into that house, you get so much from it, and you get so much from each different room. So it's a lot of fun, and I love it. I thought it's so much fun, and getting to kind of dress up in the 1800s look. And we recently had a night market there, and I think we did like
Wow.
2 tours that night. And just
Wow.
being able to do that and give people, educate them on the history of this beautiful building and this beautiful city and town, was just amazing. It was a lot of fun.
That's
So
Sounds
awesome.
perfect for you. And honestly, like I was telling Dustin the other day, so just seeing an apparition in the paranormal community is considered the gold standard, but you are so intuitive that you've been seeing apparitions for a long time. So you yourself probably bring in a lot of energy to that place.
probably so. And I think a lot of it follows me around too.
Yeah.
And my children hate it. Well, my oldest hates it. My oldest is 24. Like I said, I'm old as fuck. Okay. My oldest is 24, and she has never been like, she has always hated this. She is not like, when something happens in the house, she's like, Mom, she's
Mhm.
now my 14-year-old has been walking around with my K2 meter since she was 3.
Wow.
So she is very much like me. Um, but yeah, we very much have a habit of carrying stuff around with us, or taking stuff home with us. So it
Beetlejuice,
happens.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
It pretty much, it happens. I call it an occupational hazard. I'm like, it's just an occupational hazard. And it's funny because my husband, like, he never believed in any of this stuff. I think he had one experience maybe about 15 years ago that he kind of started like, okay. But now, since I've been doing this a lot, we've having shit happen in the house all the time. And he's just like, Lisa, I can't, sorry, I can't help it. I mean, it happens. And I mean, really, you think about it. I mean, this earth has been here a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So
Fuck yeah.
technically, it doesn't have to be our house that's haunted. It's the property, it's land,
Well, it reminds me of like a lot about like Pet Cemetery, like that they talk
yeah,
about like the Native Americans knew about the spirits and how powerful they can be, even
yes,
to raise the dead.
that's right.
Like that's so
That's right.
crazy.
That's right.
The soil got spoiled.
Right.
But no, it's whether I don't know, ghost movies or horror movies, like intrigued you when you were a kid too. That like I feel like the Poltergeist hits almost everybody because it's just
It does. Um, okay, there was a movie, and it's called, I believe it's called Ghost Ship, but it's
oh
not.
yeah.
No, it's not that one.
Okay,
This
not
one
that one.
came out. No, it's not. No, because I know if I had my Amazon app, I could look and see which one it was. No, this thing was made a long time ago,
Okay.
and and I just remember being terrified. I think I was 7 years old and I had to leave the family room because it was like so fucking weird. And what's funny is I bought it on Amazon like a year ago and I rewatched it and I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you definitely have different taste back when you're
God
7 years
damn,
old.
man. It's like
That
I'm feeling
plastic
so
head looked pretty
sheltered.
real back in the day.
Yeah,
It
they
was
don't hit
just
the
like
same.
poor acting, but I mean, you're
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
seven. What the
Sure.
hell do you know? You
No.
know, but another one that definitely got me was Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
So good old Friday the
Cult
13th.
classic right there.
Pretty much. So, and Nightmare on Elm Street, I think, yes, that one. The bathtub scene where the
Yeah.
bathtub like falls out. I would not take a bath. I have not taken a bath since that fucking movie.
Freddy
I think I
Krueger
was in
was
the
so
fifth
creepy.
grade. I was in the fifth grade when I saw that movie. And yeah, I have not taken I take showers. It's not like but I will
I
not
take
take a bath.
showers now.
I will not take a bath.
I think Pennywise hangs out in the showers.
Well, I'll hang with the clown any day. It's all right.
Hey, Georgie.
I know, right?
The film wasn't
That's a
that bad.
good movie
I feel
though,
like
too.
Freddy Krueger was pretty creepy though.
He
Yes.
was.
Those
He
were the
was.
creepiest ones.
Yes. Yep.
Very
I think
disturbing.
so too. And I mean Halloween, that's good too, but I mean
Yeah.
I think, probably
I feel like
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I like how Poltergeist really did their homework on the paranormal and just because do you know there's the curse on the set? Like there's weird
Yes,
fires, and
yeah.
then that girl had that
I died
weird,
and
that rare disease, and that
mhm.
Native American dude that died shortly after making a second one. Like some weird shit was popping off in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
They
it
were
was.
opening
Yeah.
the gates of hell in that motherfucker.
Like they stirred up something that they should not have stirred up. So like
Yeah, they're like, let's see what we can open then. Get some real spirits on camera.
I know, right? Woo. So have y'all seen the Beetlejuice?
I have.
I have
I
not.
loved it. I loved
Okay.
it.
Did
Yeah.
you love it? Okay. See, I mean, I did not love it. I liked it, but
I like
the
how the
first
storyline was
one
more
just
around the
the
Beetlejuice.
first one. So
Sure. Well, yeah, the first one's more focused on the family that died
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
stuck in the house and then they're trying to get out by Beetlejuice's help and stuff
Yes.
like
Oh
that.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I loved how the second one is more based around Beetlejuice's backstory. I mean, like
Mhm.
talk about when he was alive with his wife and his wife
Right.
was out to kill him by
She
poisoning
was
him.
sexy as
And he's
shit
like,
too.
yeah, right.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. No, and like he like chopped her up with like an axe or something like that. And
Mhm.
like I don't have to give it all away, but no, I thought it was a great story.
Yeah.
Storyline and the new people that were in it, and then the old people, the original people that were
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
they were fucking they
Yeah.
were
It
hitting
was
it.
great.
And the
It
jokes were
was.
great. They were very
They
relevant.
were funny. They were funny.
And the
So
singing, oh man, it was fucking funny. I was rolling. Yeah, that was good. So
I saw it twice. So yeah,
oh,
I
you
had
saw it
to.
twice. I
Yeah,
mean,
I did.
that
So
says something, right?
I saw it twice. No, it was a really good movie. So
Chrissy, you gotta go see it.
I will. I will eventually.
Okay.
oh,
Um,
I'm gonna hold it to you.
I think you can rent it on TV now. I saw
Yeah,
it
you can
the
rent it
other
on TV
day.
now.
oh, is
So
it? Okay.
yeah.
If
Yep,
it's
I think
free, I'll
it's
watch it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's yeah, it's very I like the colors, it's very vibrant, wasn't it? It's just and
it was. It was.
they stuck with the claymation too with some of the
Mm-hmm.
scenes. I think that,
Mm-hmm.
yes, stick with the classic. You know,
That's
another scary
what.
movie, I guess, is Chucky and Child's
Oh,
Play. That fucked
Yeah.
me up as a kid
Yeah.
too. How
That
that thing
was a
was
good movie.
screaming and shit, and they were throwing that shit in the fire, and he's just going. His facial expressions really changed on that doll. It's like crazy.
I honestly feel like what makes the 80s horror movies so creepy is the horrific special effects.
Yes, I
Like
totally
that
Mhm.
agree.
actually makes it creepier for me somehow. I don't know why.
No, I'm totally on the
Does.
You know what I'm
same.
saying?
I totally I believe in the same thing. No, it's just that latex, whatever they use, like the movie The Thing. Remember that one?
Yes.
That was wild. Have you seen The Thing?
Yeah, yeah, a
Yeah,
long
yeah,
time ago. It's been
yeah,
a
yeah.
long
Okay,
time since I've seen any of these movies.
okay. No, I just thought that was just wild. How like the creatures they were making out of those, was it latex and
Weird. Yeah.
weird shit? Yeah, I don't know.
So, random subject, like Ouija
Yes.
boards. Y'all like them, not like them, play them, not play them. Your
So
thoughts?
I have had a couple of experiences, and none of them were bad. I was with my friend Amanda in the woods when we were like 19 or so, and we weren't even touching the planchette. We were just hovering. And the thing moved. We asked a name, and it spelled out Tessa. And then I think our drunk friend started vomiting. We went to go help him. We just put it away. But nothing bad happened. But
Oh, like
I
pukes.
personally,
And I was like,
maybe that's what caused it. I don't know.
but
But no, like nothing bad happened. However, my opinion on Ouija boards is that it's just another tool for communication. However, the reason why it does draw in negative energy is because the people using it tend to be low vibrational people, drunk, kids, at a party, just had a fight with their girlfriend, whatever it is. These are the people who are like, "Hey, you want to try a Ouija board?" And then they're vibrating low,
yeah,
and they're going in and they're inviting low vibrational beings to attract them, and they're attracting low vibrational beings, and it's just this terrible cycle. But if you go in with a smooth mindset and you're vibrating high, it's just another tool. That's my opinion.
right, right. And I agree with you on that one. I totally agree with you on that one. People think of it as a joke and as a game, and I mean, it's not. And you do need to, go in with a clear mind and do it right because like
Right.
I mean, I did, and unfortunately, I had two horrible experiences the two times that I used it. So, but I agree with you that it is just another tool. It's no different than using a ghost box. It's just,
Exactly.
it's no different. It's just unfortunate that, the two times that I did use it, it ended up being like a fucked up situation. But
Oh no. I'm gonna have to know more about that.
it is what it is. Well,
Tell
both
me
of them
more.
happened. Yeah, I know. Both of them happened at the jail. The first time we were upstairs on the men's side and the lights were on because a friend of ours was like, I'm not going to do it unless the lights are on. So we're like, okay, whatever. So we're trying to get this thing to work, to move, whatever. We're like, come on, Zozo, you fucking piece of shit. We're just like, whatever. And then my work partner at the jail started reading the instructions and it glows in the dark. So she's like, well, let's take it over to the women's side because on the women's side, the lights haven't worked in 15, 20 years. So, so we took the board over there and the board immediately started glowing. We put our hands on the planchette. It started moving. The lights turned on and then this major dark black shadow went by and like blocked out the window.
Oh,
And I turned to look at my work partner at the time, and I mean, her eyes were like this big, and then she was gone. And I'm like,
I would have been too.
fuck, dude, if she's gone, I'm gone too, because this bitch is like 95 and has experienced everything. And if she's running, my fucking ass is running too. So we were gone. And that was that. But it felt like it wasn't only seeing this, and it was dark up there already, but like
Mhm.
it was this big dark mass, but you could feel heavy. Like it felt so, I'm even the goosebumps right now. It felt so heavy in there that I mean, we just bolted and that was that. Um, the second time I used it, it was myself and my paranormal baby brother, and we were in at the jail. We have this little room on the side. We call it the bungalow, and we were in there, and he and I were doing a Ouija board session, and we were actually getting really good responses. I mean, for our questions, we were getting words. I mean, it was beautiful. I kind of started getting a little dizzy and I started getting a headache. And I'm like, hey, let's like just, let's take a break for a few because we were going at it, at it for a while. And it was very, very intense. So I get up and I walk outside and I walk into the jail and I don't have nosebleeds. I don't have bloody nose ever. I walked into the jail, my nose fucking shot blood. Like I didn't even sneeze, like nothing happened, but blood went everywhere.
Oh my
And
God.
my work partner at the time was there and she's like, you're shutting this shit down. Y'all are done. Y'all are done. She's like, you were like, you're blue. And then like there was blood everywhere. It was so fucking,
Projectile nosebleed.
it
That's
was
wild.
like, and it was so much. I mean, it just like poof, everywhere. And then that was that. And it was like, yeah, we're shutting the session down now, and like we're calling it a night, and
Wow.
But I'm like, yeah, those were my two experiences, and I'm good with just using my own senses and a
Yeah.
recorder. I'm good. So
Right.
I don't need anything else. So when I
See,
investigate now, I go with my senses. To me,
yeah.
I don't I don't need the equipment. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody.
Sure.
My experiences are my experiences, and if you want to believe them, you can. If you don't, I don't give two flying fucks. It don't matter to me at all.
Yeah.
But no, and it is what it is. I like my feels. The best photos I've ever caught are with my stupid fucking phone. EVPs, my little $20 Sony recorder.
Mhm.
That's all I need, and me. So,
What
uh,
are some of the best DVPs you've gotten?
oh God,
Can you describe them to me?
oh, shit. I've gotten full blown sentences like, "Hey Lisa, where do you think you're going?"
Ooh.
Oh.
Like when they know your exactly when they know your name.
He's like, where are you going? Hold on.
Yeah, where are you going?
Turn around
Oh, and then
now.
there was this one, and it sounded like a transvestite. I swear to God, it went,
Oh God.
"Hey Lisa." I'm like,
I'm
what the
confused.
hell? I know. And then we
That's
were doing,
amazing.
yeah, an EVP session, and it said, we were asking, like, hey, can you say somebody's name that's in the room? And it said Lisa Franks.
Oh,
It said
Dang.
my full fucking name.
wow.
So, yeah. And
That's
that's, I mean, like I said, I mean, when it says your name, it's like a whole different level of weird.
yeah. I bet
You
it's
know, it
like
just, it's,
your
yeah,
hair stand
it's
up on that
different.
one.
It's very different. So
Yeah.
I've had my
Yeah.
name come through ghost boxes. It's just, you know, but hey, I mean, I guess they
Ha-
like me.
have you girls both tried the rods? To
I
Yes, the dowsing
have.
rods.
Mhm.
Hmm.
It's
I
not my
have.
favorite, but yeah.
It's not my favorite either. I mean,
Okay.
I kind of tendency to move and my hands get really sweaty, so
Right.
I don't. I feel like I'm fucking it up.
Yeah.
So
I
I
feel
don't
like, am
know.
I doing this? Like,
I know. Or I'll do it and it
this
always
looks
hurts me.
provocative.
I know, right?
Hmm. But
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not my favorite. But
Not your favorite. No, that's all right. So
Lisa,
yes.
how do you feel about working with skeptics? Is it fun? Do you not want them around?
I mean, I think everybody's opinion makes the world go round. Skeptics don't bother me at all. I just don't like when people want to get shitty with me about what I've experienced.
Right.
yeah.
It's like, you asked, fucker,
Yeah, exactly. What the
you
fuck?
asked me, so I'm telling you, and
Yeah.
you want to fucking give me shit, you know? I but I'm fine with skeptics. I think I love when we prove them wrong.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's I can honestly say that in both locations in which I've worked, the jail and now the realm house, um, we've never had anybody that hasn't left that hasn't gotten something.
Mm.
So everybody experiences something. And at the realm house, the Crystal, her husband, they're the owners, he's actually a skeptic. So
Mm,
for him to, have a lot of experiences as well is very cool. And my
yeah.
husband as well too. He just was like, yeah, whatever. And actually we just had to have something happen the other day. We have two cats, okay? But they were like on the opposite side of the house, and we have a big house.
Mhm.
And we heard in our bathroom, we're sitting in our bedroom, loud as can be. It was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is the cat doing? And we went in there, there's no cat in there at all. And they were like upstairs on the opposite side of the house. So it's just like,
That's interesting.
just weird stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I always hear stuff, especially at night. I hear people walking around our bed a lot. For me, it always sounds like there's a radio on, like talk radio, very softly in the background.
Uh,
That's kind of how it sounds to me a lot. Um, so it's hard to go to sleep at night.
Kind of reminds me of the movie
That's
The Sixth Sense, like
yeah. I mean, it's
how the
very
kids start seeing stuff and then like
yeah.
again they're all just asking for help or some kind of closure at their end of their
Right,
death,
right.
like
Yes.
I think in that one movie the girl was like I think she was showing that video or she wanted to show that video to the family of like her mother poisoning her.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yep.
that's a
That
killer,
was a
right?
great movie.
Oh man, that
That's
hit
such a
my
good
soul. I
movie.
was like, oh shit. And then
Yep.
yeah, like when he first expressed to his mother that he was seeing ghosts,
Hmm.
and it's like how her mother died, and oh man, yeah, it's like that's the type of shit that I like when someone can just start spewing out names and starting. It's like some of these mediums we have. I've interacted with. We had one. Her name's Luna, and she was co-hosting with us in the beginning, and for a little while until she got too busy doing it that she couldn't do it anymore. But yeah, she is amazing. She had one of our guests, her grandmother passed away 2 weeks before she came on our show, and she said she's like, I got to say something. There's a woman behind you waving her arms, going crazy, trying me to talk to you. And she starts spewing out names and like who this woman was. It's like, did your grandmother just die recently? Yeah, just 2 weeks ago. And she's like, started spitting out names. I'm like, whoa. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And then the woman immediately started crying, just bawled, just like how you know that,
Hmm.
like, but that like brings goosebumps and hair
Yeah.
standing up, like wow. But she was so nonchalant. She's like, yeah, blah blah blah, yeah, blah blah blah.
Right.
I was just like, what? No, get the fuck out of here.
Well, I just love that proves that like when we die, that's not it.
No,
No,
right,
I mean that the thought of dying is scary, of course,
sure,
but I mean, but that's not it. That's we'll be back. It's like
Even scientifically, they say energy cannot be created nor destroyed. And
that's
there's an
right.
energy in us that goes somewhere.
Our
yes,
energy footprint that
Right.
is here and it's not going to go anywhere. So
yeah.
there's a lot of residual energy in a lot of places. So
I've seen videos and photographs of people who just died and they caught the right second of catching the picture or the video of like the ghost coming out of the out of
coming
the
out,
body
yeah,
and
the
just like
light or yeah,
yeah. Or
those are
sometimes they're
really
even wearing the same clothes that they were just, they died in and shit. Like, what
yeah.
the fuck? Your clothes come with you too? I
Your
want to come
ghost
out.
outfit.
I
No.
want to come out naked, swinging my dick around.
Do something.
Me too.
Y'all can't see this now, can ya? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, this.
Right?
You're going
Uh,
to make a very interesting ghost someday, Dustin.
I bet
I
I
know,
will
for
be.
real,
I
right?
might be like the real Beetlejuice, I'll be like,
You
that's
could
my
be.
prison sentence. You're too much of a clown. You're gonna be stuck on Earth, like clown
Fucking
around, fucking with
Beetlejuice.
people. No, it's amazing. Yeah, it's like Earth is the Disneyland of the galaxy with there's so many things happening with ghosts, Bigfoot, UFOs. There's like Earth must have like a beacon on the bottom of the oceans, like everything come here and fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, and then like I don't know. There's just so many theories with like reincarnation. There's another story that's I think is really cool. This is back in the 80s where this girl in India, she was 5 years old, and she has the epiphany of remembering her past life. And she's like, tells her family, I have another family that lives in another village not too far away from here. And she starts rattling off the names of her husband, her mother-in-law, and like cousins and other fucking people. And the family is just like, no, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
And she was so like passionate, but like, yeah, there's. So it's like, all right, well, why don't you show us? Yeah. So they took the girl took her family to this other village, and sure enough, shit, she goes up to this house, goes in, or knocks on the door, obviously, and she's like, hey, this is my husband. This is, starts naming everybody. And even that family was so shocked. They actually like took her in as like not like took her as an adopted, but like welcome
Right.
her anytime that she wants into the family. So she just grew up with two families going back and forth because she remembers her past life.
Yeah.
Like, how
Yep.
gnarly is that
I
shit?
know. I know. Well, I think we've all had a past life. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
we all have.
when
Yeah.
you resonate with something, like I kind of feel like I had a life in like maybe the 1930s and another life where, I
Yeah,
was
I could see like a gangster rolling with
I know like
Bonnie, Bonnie and
oh, Bonnie and
Clyde.
Clyde action right now. And like maybe again in the 60s, maybe I died when I was like 20 something in the 60s. It's just there's certain things that you resonate with and you feel strongly about that,
So true.
yeah, whether it's music or a style or just something, and it's very familiar to you. So I don't know. I feel like I've at least had, two or three past lives and
Yeah, I think I
it's
might be at the end of my point because I'm like reaching for aliens and like, what I'm saying? Like I went through all the
this is it
religions.
for you,
This
Dustin.
is
It's
this is the top. This is
it.
it. I want my soul to travel the stars for all eternity.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely
Oh,
though?
that would be so cool to see other
That
different lives and
sounds
different
so beautiful.
creatures and not to be like harmed myself because I'm a ghost.
Right? Exactly.
But be still
Exactly.
conscious, of
Right.
like what I'm seeing and shit. You know what I'm saying? That'd be so cool.
That would be cool.
You can
That would
only
be
hope. Yeah, I would hate there to be like a real hell. Can you imagine? Oh my God. And there's people who like had close death experiences where they died for like 45 minutes and they came back and said, dude, I was in fucking hell, bro.
No one ever reported that.
And
Have you
they've been
noticed
going to
that?
church ever since that day.
With
right.
near-death experiences, no one has ever reported going to hell.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? I have never heard anyone say they went to hell. Have you?
Well, not for me personally, no.
No,
Well,
I,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah.
This
I
is
think
story.
I
I know
think
too many
hell.
people that died.
I know,
Well, you
right?
do. Well, you work at a hospital, for God's sakes. There's people. You're over their bed. Did you see anything yet?
I know.
Is there a light?
Did you
Is there
see
a
fire?
tunnel?
Like,
No, no. No. I did hear there was like there was like old documentaries of people who've had these past like even they even say
Yeah.
not just hell, there's even heaven. Like people would actually go to heaven and like had to go back
yes.
and say, guys, it's not your time yet.
Yeah.
Or the
I've
hell.
heard that. I've
Yeah.
heard that.
I've heard that one.
There's other ones too where people who've gone to hell and then like they pray to God while they're in hell and then they get zet back up. Like it's like if that's a
God would laugh at me and be like, no, bitch, fuck you.
yeah, exactly.
You're staying down there. Like,
Hey Lisa, I
yes.
I just thought of something because I've been getting some weird stuff on the ghost box lately. Do you find that any negative or evil entities kind of mess with you a little bit on the ghost box or during a communication, taunt you at all?
Um, yes. And I feel that honestly that can happen at any time. If you're a shitty person on earth, you're going to be a shitty person in your afterlife. Even if you go
Yeah.
to heaven and you come back, whatever. I mean, you
Right, right.
still have the way you were. So I believe there are sneaky, absolutely sneaky, snarky, or people pretending to be someone that they're not. I very much believe that that can happen. So, like I said, I mean, what we do is dangerous. I mean,
Yeah,
it's an occupational hazard. It really is. I
it
mean,
is.
dabbling in things that, we're not too sure about. But yeah, you're going in it with the right intent, you go in it with, a good heart and, goodness behind it, then, I feel that it would be good.
Yeah, because you want to pick up
That's
a
what you have
negative
to. You have
hitchhiker and bring it home with you.
right? No. Or people that go into
Precisely.
these places and they're like, you know, there's just the way that they come off. Like some of these investigators when they go into places, and it's
For
like,
sure.
dude, I mean, is that how you would talk to somebody on the street? I mean,
Right.
there's a respect that, you have to have. Tell me your name. I mean, like, bitch, if you said that to me in person, I'm not gonna tell you my name. What's that about? It's like, well, just be nice,
No,
and
you're
then,
right. You're right. It's just
you go to these locations with these lists of questions. How old are you? What's your name? It's like, just go in and shoot the shit with them. They don't,
yeah,
they're people too, or were just,
exactly.
go in
I
and
think that
relax.
I think that'd be like my
So
own
true.
personal. That'd be hell right there, just being that ghost and then
Yes.
having those people come here and start screaming shit. I'm like, dude, I
And,
understand you.
and
You
every
can talk
fucking
normally.
weekend, what is your name? It's like, oh
It's
my
like
God.
God.
Like,
Oh
I
my
know.
God, I
I'm
know.
already trapped in this house now. These guys, weirdos, coming in, screaming at me.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Oh God.
We can go in these places, say "fuck you, evil."
I know, right? Yeah.
That's
I
my
mean,
line.
like,
It is right. I'll have to keep bringing that up. That's our inside joke.
well, when I get my new location, you'll have to come down and walk in and say that for me. So,
She'll bring her holy water too.
right?
Fuck you, evil.
Oh, Lisa, this
Don't look at
brings
my
me.
tits.
I have another question for you, Lisa. How do you
Yes.
protect yourself from evil on these ghost hunts?
It's a mental thing for me. I mean, I have my crystals, I have, the sage, all that. But honestly, I think it is more of a mental thing than anything else. Um, you just need to be strong. You need to be mentally strong. I definitely think that, and you don't even have to meditate, but just having a couple minutes to yourself to really clear your mind and to be in the right state of mind. Um, I know when I was working at the jail, we would have teams that would come in and say it's a team of, 8 people. One person had a shitty day. Okay. Well, that's going to fuck up everything for that whole team. So it's mental more than anything. I, like I said, I mean, I have, some crystals and a cross and like stuff like that, but I don't put all my faith into that. I put my faith into myself, and being of clear mind and with good intent and good intention. So, and I think that's just, even if you carry 800 crystals and that's what you believe in, you have to be good here and here to go in. And especially like if you're going with a team and you're going in to investigate with other people. I mean, if you know you had a fucked up day, if you know you're sick or, whatever, just don't go because you're going to ruin it for everybody. So that's why I would hate, like, we would have public investigations and like there would be like, 15 or 20 people there. And it's
Sure.
like, you can't, like, that's just the energy is so off at that
Mingling
point.
energy.
Yes, yes. That's why I love solo people or people that are like, groups of like 4 or less, and that they're close and it's not just random people thrown together. Because, I mean, if you're investigating with people, you have to trust and know those people, in case something goes wrong, because shit can happen. And you need to feel
Very true.
secure, mentally and physically with the people that you're with.
And
Very true.
do you go explore some of the graveyards in your area, or is that kind of like not like a thing to go investigate?
Do I sneak into places that I shouldn't? Is that what you're asking me?
Oh, sure. We can talk about that.
Yes, Dustin, I
Okay.
do. No, no, no.
I sleep with the dead, for God's sakes.
We all do. I mean, we've all
We
snuck into
all
places we
do.
shouldn't, and we all
But
have
don't the cops have
offenses.
bigger problems?
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, pretty
I
much,
mean, come
pretty
on.
much, pretty much. Okay, cemeteries. I I think they're amazing. I think they're peaceful and beautiful. I have nothing but respect for cemeteries, old cemeteries, love, but I don't feel like I'm going to go there and communicate with the dead.
Sure.
I don't think like that's just where their body's at.
That's what I
They're
thought
not
too.
there. I
They're not
mean, like
emotionally attached to that.
Exactly. That's
it's
my
Yeah.
question because I see some ghost hunters go out to the graveyards, and that's my theory too. That's what I believe. I
right.
feel like why would you want to hang out with your body and a bunch of other dead bodies? You know, so like
Dead
there's
fucking
nothing really there.
people. I know, right?
No,
I don't know
no.
these bitches. No, like
Yeah.
I'm
No.
out.
Well, actually, I live in Madison, Wisconsin, and Chris Farley's buried here down the street from where I live,
Oh,
actually. So I
nice.
can just walk down there and check him out. He's got an above
Oh,
ground
Chris.
burial.
Down
And
by the
Bob
river.
the river. No, actually, he had his funeral at another church. This is another block away from my house. So again, it's just funny that he's buried and had his funeral right. And then I was
Right
standing
there.
outside with my other people who were watching the celebrities go in there, like Chris Rock and David Spade, and got to see all those pretty cool people,
That's cool.
Adam Sandler and all that. Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, sad how he had to go down and
Yeah.
the sad depression that he
I
had.
actually have a cemetery right across the street from
You
my
do?
house. It's like
Oh.
the late 1700s, early 1800s.
So no wonder they're not hanging out at the graveyard.
We're here. No, so
As I say, they're chilling with you.
we're hanging out here making cat noises in my bathroom. Fucking meow meow meow. Like, I don't even know.
That's a bad kitty.
Weird shit. So I am writing a book. So
Oh, cool.
you
Let's,
know,
let's hear
I'm
about it.
actually kind of been in the works for the past couple years, taking notes just
It's
about
tedious to write a book.
my
I can
life.
do that.
Yes, I like that it'll just be worded how I talk,
Mhm.
and it's my life and it's my experiences and my thoughts. Um, with just growing up, being raised very Catholic, and getting diabetes, and then just my whole life up until now. And I'm hoping my new chapter will be owning my own location, which I am currently looking at several places right now. So
Cool.
I'm very, very, this is my dream, my
Oh,
absolute dream to have my own location. So I'm in the process of making that happen. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to look at like 9 places. So I'm really excited.
well, that's awesome.
So excited.
Congratulations.
Can't wait.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Just put the positive vibes out there,
Oh, we
because
will.
I
Yeah, for
mean, this
sure.
is like just something that's I need to do. I've
Yeah, this is a dream, of
it
course.
really is. Doing what I do, being
And we're
thrown
and we're
into.
here to support your dream and promote you and
Thank you.
again support and have you come back and tell some more stories. So we usually get some big
Right.
group chats going on. So
Perfect.
you definitely be invited to that.
Well, y'all will be invited to my new location, and you'll just have to come down.
Oh yeah, or we
Trip
jump
to
on your
Texas,
or we could jump
bitches.
on your podcast for
I
God's
know,
sakes.
right? No, yeah, definitely. And actually, yeah, my friend Lisa Lamrock, she and I we were Mystic Mayhem was the
Mystic
name of our
Mayhem.
podcast. I know, right?
Oh
We
like
had
that.
shit.
that for, I know, right? Sassy.
Sassy.
We had that for a little over a year. We decided to leave the platform that we were aired from. No reason, just, wanted to kind of do our own thing. So we are now known as Blue Eyed Anarchy because we both have blue eyes.
Okay.
We haven't found a platform yet that we are going to boost off of, but I like this Zoom idea because like going live was a pain in the ass trying to schedule and work around like 80 other people working off this platform. It was just like a pain in the ass.
It's always trying to find a good time slot too where people actually watch it. You know what I'm saying?
God, it was a pain in the ass. And it was like Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for bed. Like,
Yeah, right.
like
Got
I'm like
pajamas
normally
on.
in my pajama. I got my pajama bottoms on, but
You're halfway there.
I'm halfway there. So, but yeah, we'll definitely have to have y'all on. And then once I get my location, I would love for you guys to fly down and spend the night and we can investigate and
I would love that so much.
That'd be so cool.
swing our ghost sticks around, you know.
Yeah. At least I got a ghost dick. I know that. Well,
Oh
it's still
my
alive.
It's still alive.
They ain't
Is it
dead.
there? No, no.
It's definitely there. Oh, that's
So we
funny.
will absolutely have to plan something so y'all can come down and we can do
Yeah.
that and
That'd be great. That'd be
hit
fun.
up some cool places. And because the location that I'm looking at, there are several other haunted locations right around there. So
Oh,
we'll do
cool.
a little trip. So
That'd be really cool.
um,
I've never been to
Yeah, so
Texas.
cool.
That'd be a reason to go. Yeah.
well, yeehaw, motherfucker, come on
Yeehaw.
down.
There's a snake in my boot.
Your ghost dick? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it fell off.
This podcast
all
has
the
taken an odd turn, but that's okay.
Right? That's all right. That's exactly. That's actually
It's
that's what I
normal,
wanted.
right?
That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to twist and
Perfect.
turn into the stories and being sexual and profanity and yeah, it's all good.
All that good shit. Perfect.
Yes, we want it. That's what we want.
Good. Well, I hope we delivered.
I think you did.
Awesome.
No, I had a great time tonight. That was
I
super
did
dope, wasn't it?
too.
Oh, I think everyone
It
had a great
was.
time.
I was so nervous. Y'all de-virginized me tonight.
Oh, that's so
The
cool.
solo. And I know you were de-virginized tonight too,
Yeah,
girl. So me
Yeah,
and
she popped her
you,
cherry tonight.
bonk, right.
She did a great job, I thought. So
Yes,
yeah,
she
Oh,
did.
you
She
really did.
did.
The great
This was
intro. That was very
amazing.
awesome.
This was amazing. So I'm
Yes.
glad I was able to fill up some time because I'm thinking like, fuck, I don't talk that much. But I
oh
guess
my
I
gosh.
don't.
Yeah, Lisa, you're amazing. You have
Thank
such a
you.
great energy and you're like
Thank you.
magical. I would love to know all of your stories. Yeah, it was
Oh,
great having
thank
you on the
you.
show.
Thank you. I have a lot of them. They're just, pretty whack. So, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking
sure.
whack.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, I'm gonna stop it here and we'll have you come back for some future shows.
I would love it. We'll go
Cool.
live from my new location.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to stay with us for 2 more minutes.
Absolutely.